The Dan Marino Show, Sundays at noon on Channel 4.
Budweiser presents World Championship Kickboxing from Las Vegas, Nevada. Featuring Robert Biggs and Andy Brewer fighting for the US Super Middleweight crown.
It's the Kick Super Middleweight United States Championship. Andy Brewer, Robert Biggs. Let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest of the evening, 10 rounds of duration. It's for the United States Super Middleweight Kickboxing Championship. Introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing 167 pounds. He is rated number 9 in the world. His professional record is 17 wins, 3 defeats. Here is Andrew Brewer. And in the red corner, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 165 pounds, he is rated number 6 in the world. His record is 20 wins and 3 defeats. Here is Robert Biggs. 9 rounds of kickboxing.
Biggs and Brewer. Biggs 32 years old, a little bit old, some say, to be in this racket.
Gentlemen, let's have a good, clean match. When I say break, but protect yourself in the ring at all times. In the event of a knockdown, I'd like the other fighter to go to a neutral corner and remain there until I bring you out. Good luck to both of you, gentlemen. We'll begin the match with a traditional karate bow, so take a few steps back, and we'll begin.
That's Robert Biggs and Andrew Brewer. Let's pick up the action with round 1.
Bow.
And here's Joe Boyle.
All right, John, thank you very much. Robert Biggs, Andrew Brewer. Brewer in the darker trousers. They're a silver gray, and Biggs in the white trousers. Biggs the more experienced, and we talked to Andrew Brewer, George Minshew, and he says he's noted that Biggs is a slow starter, and he hopes to get off early on him.
Yeah, he said to me that he felt like his main advantage was going to be that he's faster than Biggs because he's younger. He's 24 years old, and as you said earlier, Biggs is 32.
And Biggs has had some back problems in the past. For a while, they feared that they might have to perform surgery on him, but through therapy, he had not had to undergo the surgery, has had a couple of tune-out bouts since he recovered, and hopes that he's back at full strength. Biggs rated 6th in the world and Brewer 9th. Biggs in the white and Brewer in the darker or gray trousers with the black stripe. Feeling out process here in the first round. Biggs with the straight kicks, using the legs right now to more advantage than is Brewer. Brewer with a couple of short, straight, powerful left jabs, both of which got through the guard of Biggs. Brewer's straight-up fighter, both of them really are straight stand-up fighters. Break! Brewer got a left hook in, but it came in around the neck area of Biggs and didn't do any damage. There's that left hook again. Brewer really watches the eyes of Biggs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Fighters have various ways of picking up what they think an opponent's going to do. Some of them like to watch feet, other ones will watch eyes and hands. And George, you always used to watch the referee, didn't you?
I used to watch everything I could.
Say help.
Break! Break!
Brewer hitting on the break.
Keep those hands off. Go!
And he received a warning for it. He held and hit on the break.
Break!
There's the bell to end round 1.
So during that first round, we saw Brewer really picking up the pace, the guy setting the pace of the fight. And is it in fact true what he alleged about his opponent, Robert Biggs, George Minshew, that Biggs is a slow starter?
Yeah, it is. I've seen Robert Biggs fight several times. He's a very intelligent fellow. I spoke with him this afternoon. Matter of fact, he has a degree in English. And he's a thinking fighter. He measures and paces himself very, very well.
Can a guy just tell himself, I have to shake that slow starter thing, I have to pick up the pace and get in the fight?
Well, I think they could if they wanted to. Robert Biggs doesn't particularly think that's a disadvantage, starting slow.
That was a slow round. Round number 2. As Robert Biggs in white and Andrew Brewer in the silver gray trousers battle it out for the US Super Middleweight title. Here is Budweiser presents Kickboxing from Las Vegas, Nevada. Biggs picking up the tempo a little bit here in round number 2. Brewer went to the left hook and missed. Overhand right by Biggs, and then he goes downstairs and goes to work on the midsection. This is a 9-round bout, and those body blows can tell later on. U.S. Championship fights are 9 rounds. World Championship bouts 12 rounds. Biggs in the white and Brewer in the silver gray, with the stripes down the side. Biggs has been the more aggressive George Minshew as far as the kicking portion of kickboxing goes.
Yeah, he has. He measures himself, as I said earlier, constantly throughout the round. As a matter of fact, Bob Biggs is one of the few fighters that has ever gone the distance with Bill Wallace. He fought Bill Wallace in what was...
They had an excellent fight, didn't they?
Oh, it was incredible. It was Bill Wallace's retirement fight, and Biggs lost that match on a decision by only 2 points.
Pretty good left hook that time by Brewer. Gets home. Now Biggs right back, drives Brewer into the ropes just above it. Now goes to work in the midsection again, and Brewer trying to fight his way off the ropes. Biggs continues to dig that right hand home. Brewer scores with a couple of rights downstairs himself. Brewer, it would appear, has a slight reach advantage on Biggs.
He is a measuring fighter. You know, you made a comment earlier about his eyes and how he keeps them fixed on the fighter. Even in the fighter's instructions, he had a deadly glare on Biggs.
Round number 2 drawing to a close here in Las Vegas as they battle it out for the US Super Middleweight title.
Well, you wake up hungry, breakfast on your mind, but you hit the ground running, you haven't got much time.
Come on, get going. Breakfast is ready at Burger King.
We cook a real good breakfast like you did it yourself. It's gotta taste just as good when you leave it to somebody else.
Leave breakfast to Burger King, and we'll make a fresh croissant sandwich or bagel sandwich just for you.
We do it like you do it, then we do it like we do it at Burger King.
Sunny days, catch some rays Raisinets. There's a lot of ways to catch some rays, but none like Raisinets.
Sun-ripened raisins covered with Nestle milk chocolate. They're like chocolate-covered sunshine. Wholesome and then some.
So catch some Raisinets.
And now catch some Raisinets in the new snack pack. Catch it in the granola bar section at your grocer's.
I'm Edie Magnus. Tonight, the USA section explores...
I'm Kenneth Walker, and tonight's Money...
USA Today comes to television. It will cover the USA in an exciting new way. USA Today, the television show.
Premieres Monday at 7 on Channel 4.
America!
This Sunday, for 700 Cubans, America will never be more beautiful.
You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He made me crown not good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood.
Coming to America, a News 4 special Sunday night at 11:45 on Channel 4.
Round number 3, Robert Biggs in white, Andrew Brewer in the gray trousers with the black stripe as Budweiser presents Kickboxing from Las Vegas. And Brewer had Biggs in trouble at the end of round number 2. Brewer with a very confident expression on his face right now. He has used the left hand to his utmost advantage, and there's another good left hook that scores on the face of Robert Biggs. Biggs has been content for the most part to work the body over, and as George Minshew points out, that's something that can tell. Oh! A good right hand by Biggs, and he's got Brewer in trouble along the near ropes. Brewer appears to be clear-eyed, however. Best punch of the fight by Robert Biggs. Good, solid right hand. Brewer appears clear-eyed. Brewer trying to fight his way back. Biggs hammers rights to the midsection as he drives Brewer into the ropes again, and Brewer receives another warning for holding the back of the head and hitting. Now Biggs moving in. He's got Brewer in trouble. Lands a left and a right, takes a left to the midsection. A right. Brewer continues to try to fight his way off the ropes, but Biggs has got him in big trouble across the ring in the far corner. Biggs continues to dig to the body. Now a straight kick to the stomach.
Those kicks up.
And the referee warns Biggs to get the kicks up. He appeared to be right on the waistline with it. Brewer missed the kick, and Biggs got home a straight left of his own. Left to the midsection as he continues to work the body, and he brings Brewer's head up with a right uppercut. Another right uppercut as Biggs continues to work that body over. Now Brewer comes fighting off the ropes. Left-right combination by Biggs. Boy, I'll tell you, those punches have everything behind them when both Brewer and Biggs throw them. Neither one of them arm punchers. They get the body behind every punch. As we wind down here in round 3, it's been a big, big round for Robert Biggs after Brewer had a big round in round 2.
You cannot ask for any more action than we have just seen in the past 2 minutes. However, the best of it appeared to be over on the side of Robert Biggs, a very efficient puncher with the short stuff, with the uppercuts to the body. Looked like he had everything his own way most of the going.
Yeah, if we can catch this overhand right there by Biggs, he really hurt him, and started working on the body immediately. Now, one of the things that surprised me when this happened was that Brewer came back and seemed to be unhurt. But later in the round, I noticed that he kept closing his eyes when the hand techniques came in. I think he hurt him more than it appeared.
And both fighters have forsaken the kicks, at least during the last couple of rounds of this fight, and gone with their fists.
So much for Robert Biggs being a slow starter as we go to round number 4. Big round for Robert Biggs in round 3. Pretty even fight thus far as Brewer gets a good roundhouse kick home and follows it up with a right-left combination. Trying to drive Biggs to the ropes, but Biggs fights his way off. Back out to the center of the ring. Good action here in this US Super Middleweight bout between Andrew Brewer and Robert Biggs as they battle for the US Championship.
Break clean. Break.
All right, one of the things I think is important here in Brewer's corner, he has Frank Lehman, who happens to be working with Tom Latuli out of Chicago, and both of these guys are KICK Midwest directors. They schedule so many events. I think they've got something like 14 events scheduled in the Chicago area in the next year. This gives Brewer an incredible amount of talent to work with.
Biggs coming on strong again here in round 4, drives Brewer into the near corner. Trying to get inside and work the midsection again. Now he goes upstairs with a good right hand, and Brewer comes off the ropes with a right and a left. Now drives 3 straight left hands home. And Biggs fights his way off the rope with right and left uppercuts. Another right uppercut, a left to the midsection. Missed with a right, Brewer back to the right. A right uppercut by Biggs. Another right by Biggs, and Brewer is wobbling in the middle of the ring. Biggs has him against the ropes, measures it, right to the head. A left, a right, blocked by Brewer. A right uppercut, a right to the head by Biggs. He works it over the referee's ribs. Then he'll get the standing 8 count right here. Robert Biggs with a ferocious attack.
Are you all right? 7, 8.
Referee asks him if he's all right. Brewer says yes. They'll go at it again. Another big right uppercut by Biggs, and Brewer now has the mouthpiece come out. Now Biggs is bleeding. Biggs bleeding around the nose as Brewer trying to fight back. Oh, a vicious right uppercut by Biggs drives Brewer into the ropes. He hammers him with rights and lefts. Brewer may be fighting himself out. He looks tired all of a sudden. A miss by Brewer, and that is the bell for the end of round number 4. Great action here in Las Vegas.
Talking computers, high-speed braille printers, new technology helping blind and visually impaired people participate fully in today's computer age.
Together moving the top of page.
For more information about putting high technology to work for blind people, write American Foundation for the Blind, National Technology Center, Box 111, New York, New York, 10011. The American Foundation for the Blind.
Let's pick up the action in round 5. Here's Joe.
Thank you, John. Robert Biggs comes out, sensing the kill, gets the straight leg kick into the midsection of Brewer. Biggs measuring his man. A good left hand by Brewer snaps Biggs' head back. Somewhere in that exchange, Biggs was able to draw blood, or rather Brewer was able to draw blood around the nose area of Robert Biggs. His cornermen seem to have patched it up. Biggs trying to measure his man now, moving in on Brewer. Brewer trying to hold him off with that left hand, and George Minshew, the longer Brewer can hold him off, the longer he's got to recuperate.
That's right. An incredible turning back fist. Obviously, Brewer got some very good advice from his corner and said to use his reach, and keep Biggs from getting him tied up.
I agree with John. The beating that Brewer took in that corner, it was amazing. The recuperative powers of the young man, and now Biggs with a right cross to the head. Nails Brewer. Now digs an uppercut to the chest area of Brewer. Biggs just continues to work in. You talked about the big fight he had earlier. He is performing very, very well. Bill Wallace was a legend in kickboxing, and I can understand why this man could be. And again, Biggs comes on as he drives Brewer into the ropes. Brewer trying to fight his way off the ropes, digs an uppercut to the body of Biggs. Brewer with a swelling now around the left eye.
I think one of the important things about Robert Biggs is that he is such a soft-spoken, mannered fellow that people sometimes, when they have an opportunity to see fighters or talk to them, they're going to shortchange Robert Biggs. But inside that square, he's incredible.
Biggs continuing to measure Brewer, gets a left arm, tries to follow it up with a right. Now 8, knocks Brewer into the ropes, he is down. Down. Just seconds left in the round. Brewer trying to get up. 7, 8, 9, 10. It is all over. Robert Biggs is the US Super Middleweight Champion as he scores the knockout. Just as time was about to run out in the round, Biggs caught him with a left-right combination and then a solid right to the head, sent Brewer into the ropes. He went to the canvas and could not beat the count. The round had officially ended, but he could not be saved by the bell. The count continues past the end of the round, so the winner by a knockout at what actually turns out to be 2:05 of the round is Robert Biggs, and he is the US Super Middleweight Champion.
Yeah, let's watch this action now as Biggs measures him and sets him up for that overhand right. Now here he comes, and that's what's been effective with him for him all throughout this fight. And it finally Brewer went down. The guy is incredibly tough. He took a lot of punishment.
He really did, and gave him excellent accounting of himself, but Biggs with that tremendous body attack in the last 2 rounds came upstairs and finished him off. Let's go to the ring for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 5 seconds of the 5th round. The winner by a knockout and new US Super Middleweight Kickboxing Champion, Robert Biggs.
And we'll be back to interview a victorious Robert Biggs, United States Super Middleweight Champion, right after this message from your local sponsor.
Protect yourself with the world's finest martial arts equipment for karate, kung fu, and kickboxing. From Protect Manufacturing Incorporated. Call 314-727-8232 for Protect, the designer and manufacturer of traditional and full contact uniforms, kickboxing, and safety equipment. Protect Manufacturing, selected by the professionals, chosen by the masters, and used by the competitors. See the ad for Protect Manufacturing in the current issue of Black Belt Magazine. For more information, call Protect at 314-727-8232.
Ralph, the law specifically states you must register with Selective Service at the post office within 30 days of your 18th birthday. Do it today, Ralph.
What's the rush? Have some fun, dude. Rock and roll.
He has to.
Listen to your conscience. Register with Selective Service.
We've got the Super Middleweight Champion, Bob Biggs,
A brutal fight, a sensational fight. A couple of times, the standing 8, it looked like Brewer should have been stopped out of the fight. The referee might have stopped it. He didn't do it. How did you feel about that?
Well, I really thought that at that time it should have been stopped because the end result was the other way, you know, and so maybe, but then again, Andy's real strong and he came back hard, so maybe, you know, just can't ever tell about the things. And of course, Roy's been doing it for a long time. He has a good judgment of what's going on, so maybe he had a better view than I did, you know. Standing back from the thing generally, you might get a better view of if the guy's really hurt or if he isn't, you know. Of course, I thought he was hurt, but naturally, you know, I thought I was hitting him pretty hard there.
It was a devastating knockout, Bob. I'd like you to describe it to us because it was a one-punch sensational knockout.
Well, he's kind of got kind of a long neck, but he's real strong down, and so he was kind of moving out of the way. I could tell he was really pretty tired, and he was trying to get away from me, and it was moving to my right, which just kind of leads into the thing. I think it's more that he was coming in, and I was coming in, and just got to caught him, that's all.
Is that one of the best rights you've ever thrown, or did you also happen to catch him when he was pretty well wasted?
No, I caught him when he was tired over here, only his body weight wasn't going into the punch either. A lot of times that'll do it. If the body weight's going into the punch, and you hit him at the same time that body weight's going into the punch, and rarely will the guy get up again, you know, but they have, you know, so.
Okay, Bob, thanks a lot. Congratulations. Great fight.
Thank you again.
All right, then. We'll take a break now. We'll be back right after you see this.
Well, you wake up hungry, breakfast on your mind, but you hit the ground running, you haven't got much time.
Come on, get going. Breakfast is ready at Burger King.
We cook a real good breakfast like you did it yourself. It's gotta taste just as good when you leave it to somebody else.
Leave breakfast to Burger King, and we'll make a fresh croissant sandwich or bagel sandwich just for you.
We do it like you do it, then we do it like we do it at Burger King.
Sunny days, catch some rays Raisinets. There's a lot of ways to catch some rays, but none like Raisinets.
Sun-ripened raisins covered with Nestle milk chocolate. They're like chocolate-covered sunshine. Wholesome and then some.
So catch some Raisinets.
And now catch some Raisinets in the new snack pack. Catch it in the granola bar section at your grocer's.
Kickboxing, of course, has its roots in the ancient art of karate, and that is a discipline that provides both physical and mental benefits to the individual. Here's former world champion Bob Wall.
People get into karate for a variety of reasons. Most importantly, they get into karate because they want to increase their confidence. Most people come into karate, they want to learn self-defense. We feel that it's probably the best self-defense system in the world, but it increases their self-image. You find, for example, children in schools. They go to school from the time that they're in the first grade. They're in class. The best kids get picked for the sporting events. It's the worst kid that doesn't get picked for the sporting events. In a karate class, all the kids get to participate equally. It's fun. It's great exercise. They get the bonus of self-defense. We find that their grades improve because their self-image improves.
Karate is probably the single most complete form of exercise. You have to use every single muscle of the body. So many things come into being: hand-eye coordination, speed, flexibility, agility, timing, hand-eye coordination. All of these things, which are important in every form of athletics, are improved. And this is very important also for the children. Concentration is enhanced. You have to concentrate in order to perform out here on the floor. This is all part of karate training.
Well, the benefits of sport or points karate are several. There is, of course, the factor of flexibility and stretching that precedes every workout. This is oftentimes followed by an aerobic session that has definite cardiovascular benefits. Finally, there's a mental aspect of karate and kung fu in that it engenders a certain feeling of self-confidence. Finally, there's also the factor of balance, coordination, and stamina, along with strategy that's involved with every karate class.
Karate and the martial arts were begun by holy men. It was and is in some parts of the country still a religious experience. It's a life experience. It's a way of life. We have found that martial arts training, karate training, gets a person to be a lot more peaceful because of its religious overtones, the respect aspects that are taught. For example, it's still taught to bow to the mat before you step on the mat. You wear bare feet, not because you're more lethal with bare feet, but because you dignify the mat. You wouldn't put shoes on it. So you bow before you enter the mat. You bow to your instructor to thank him in advance for the knowledge that he's going to impart to you. You bow to your opponent before you were to do any kind of martial arts training, whether it was sparring or attacking techniques, so that you are constantly being taught and learning the respect for what you're about to learn, and the discipline that you gain in karate, in the martial arts training, helps them throughout their life. We've seen dramatic increases in students' grades, and their whole feeling and their whole beliefs about themselves, their confidence, whether in other sports, whether in work. They learn that the discipline that's gained here follows through in everything they do in their entire life.
Here we are. What a game, what a night, what a band, what a show.
Marker Mania's caught America by storm.
Anything goes.
It's win, lose, or draw. Picture yourself with Hollywood's biggest and brightest stars.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Playing TV's hottest quick draw game.
I'm having such a good time, I have to say.
Join in the fun as Marker Mania sweeps across your town on Win, Lose, or Draw.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 4.
My girlfriend said you couldn't get pregnant the first time. She was wrong. Avoid unattended pregnancies. Call 1-800-INTENS for your booklet.
I'm Kenneth Walker, and tonight's
Hello, I'm Robin Young. Tonight, the
USA Today comes to television. It will cover the USA in an exciting new way. USA Today, the television show.
Premieres Monday at 7 on Channel 4.
It's been an outstanding evening of kickboxing here at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Not much else we can follow with except to thank our fine technical crew and also thank my colleagues, Mr. Joe Boyle and Mr. George Minshew. And this is John Sloan saying good night from Las Vegas.
World Championship Kickboxing.
I'll give you 2 reasons why our audience is watching Channel 4. Regis and Kathy Lee. Regis and Kathy Lee. Do you have any idea how good that show is? How it dominates every market it's in. And it's in our market on Channel 4. Now, why didn't we get to do it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I was too busy playing with my partner. Why don't we all watch them? And then when the ratings come in, we can all read them and weep.
Regis and Kathy Lee, weekdays at 9 on Channel 4.
Talking computers, high-speed braille printers, new technology helping blind and visually impaired people participate fully in today's computer age.
Gather moving the top of page.
For more information about putting high technology to work for blind people, write American Foundation for the Blind, National Technology Center, Box 111, New York, New York, 10011. The American Foundation for the Blind.
Boys gonna get
tonight.